can tell you what we've just heard from Israel's Defense Force spokesperson. He says that this is an escalation, land, sea and air, a bombardment such as Gaza hasn't seen in the whole time of this since October the 7th. Israel started bombarding Gaza on, let's say, the third or fourth day. It has been the largest bombardment in all the history of Israel's operations with Gaza, and tonight it's ratcheted up another notch. We know from anybody who's at the border on the Israeli side how large, just how terrifying the sound is, and we know from the Palestinian telco, the telecom communications, it says that that's it, that the bombardment at 8 o'clock, it posted on Twitter, now X, that the bombardment was so intensive that all communications with our beloved Gaza Strip, as it puts it, has been cut off. So no phones and no internet at the moment. And the other thing that the IDF spokesperson said was that there would be an expanded military operation from this evening. Is that a full ground offensive? From what he was also saying about the fact that the release of the hostages was still a priority, he seemed to be playing both. So I would say not a full ground offensive yet, but definitely an increase. And perhaps because the release of the hostages is so important on the Israeli side, perhaps this is another lever in that battle to get those people out of the Gaza Strip.
And presumably, if there is no internet, for those Palestinian families on the West Bank, some of whom have relatives in Gaza and they've been communicating using internet, they're no longer able to do that. For many people, it's going to cause real problems, this.
It's a huge, I mean, think of the modern world. What separates us from even the 20th century is this extraordinary communications that we all live with and now rely on. So it's not just their relatives all over the world. It's all the humanitarian agencies. It's anyone who wants to call in, anyone who wants to deliver anything, anyone who wants a reassurance of some kind can no longer do that. I don't know how long that is going to be the case, but that is the case at the moment. And Hamas put out a statement saying that they condemned this air, land and sea bombardment, let me quote, and the cutting off of communications, because they say it indicates the occupation's intentions to commit more massacres away from the eyes of the press and of the world. So that's Hamas's position. They managed to get a statement out. And I think we are seeing a step up. And from what the IDF spokesperson said, that will also mean more ground, or a larger ground offensive, or more of the targeted raids that we've seen over the past week and over the past 2 nights. But I don't know quite what that means and if this is the ground offensive. Nevertheless, it is a step up from what we've seen over the past, well, today's day 21, but the past, let's say, 18 days of Israeli operation in the Gaza Strip.